Hello everyone from Ali at 11th House Wellbeing, and welcome to our weekly appointment, which today is all about procrastination. Now, procrastination is such an everyday experience for so many of us, isn't it? We've all got so many things to do around the house or in work, and sometimes there is something that we just do not want to do. Sometimes there is something that we might not even be aware of why we don't want to do it. We just keep putting it off and off and off until we get to the time where it just needs doing, doesn't it? There might be a deadline attached to it, or it might just be something that's been there for such a long time and it's really getting on our nerves now, and we just want to get it out of the way. And this is a typical case where, we might talk about parts. So there are different parts of you, and you might find yourself saying, oh, a part of me really wants to get it done. And then another part, for some reason, doesn't. Now, this meeting today has been inspired by a certain box in my shed. I've got this box in my shed, which has been there for quite a while, and I need to return it for a refund, and my deadline is actually coming up, and I don't want to go into the shed and get the box. And the excuses they come up with are absolutely ludicrous. So please do feel free to laugh, because this is outrageous. I've been telling myself, oh, it's raining outside. I don't want to go all the way to the shed. Now, mind you, my back garden, it is not Newbridge Fields. It might take all of 20 steps to get to my shed, and that box is still there. Now, at this point, you might ask yourself, what's this to do with the price of eggs, Ali? Well, of course, we can apply our mindful ways, which we are learning about, and I will really need to do that today, apply my mindful ways to it in order to tackle these tasks that we dread doing for some reason. So, what is this mindful way that we've been practicing? Well, instead of turning away, like I've been doing, we turn towards it. And I'm not saying that you need to do it right now, just consider it. Just for a few moments, just turn towards the task. If you can't physically, look at it. And if you can't, in your mind. And just stay with it. This is what we do, isn't it? We stay with it, we sit with it. And if you have a look at it, physically or metaphorically, knowing that you don't have to do it straight away, you're not putting any pressure on yourself, you're not giving yourself a rollicking or anything, you're just staying with it. You just might become aware of what is there stopping you. What is stopping you? And even if you don't become aware of it, try and run a film in your mind of doing it. Do the task in your mind from start to finish. Now, are you aware of what is making you uncomfortable? What is stopping you? What is there in that film that doesn't sit quite easy with you? And again, even if you still are not aware of it, doesn't matter. What do you need to do? What steps do you need to take in order to get started? For example, do you need help from someone? Or do you need to find out any information about this task that you need to carry out? Any knowledge that you need? What do you need? What would you need to set in place? What conditions could you set in place for you to feel okay doing it, for you to feel more comfortable doing it? And then, if you want to tackle it straight away, be my guest. If not, leave it. Just leave it for now and let your mind come up with the solutions. Like it very often does, doesn't it? When we feed it something and then we leave it there. And in the background, your mind is crunching and coming up with the solutions. Now, I'm going to tell you about this box in my shed, because it is something which is, I'm going to do it as soon as I finish this video. I'm going to go and do it and do exactly what I'm telling you to do. Now, the rain excuse obviously is not holding up. What I have understood by running this video in my mind is that in my shed, there are spiders. And I know this sounds, it sounds absolutely mental, and it sounds very, very first world problems. But what I'm thinking is this box has been there for a while. There's no guarantee that there are no spiders now living inside this box. So what have I come up with? What I've come up with is I've got nice thick gardening gloves. I'm going to wear my thick gardening gloves for protection. I'm going to go in with everything ready. I'm going to have my packing tape ready. I'm going to have my return slip ready, plastic bags to wrap it in, and I'm going to get it done in 2 minutes. Less time than it would take to say, oh, look, what's that in the corner? So just let your mind find a solution and then go and tackle it. And you will probably find, and I will certainly find, that it's not as bad as we were picturing when we were turning away from it and running away from it and hiding from it. And in the meantime, making it bigger and bigger and bigger. So I'm going to go now and follow my own advice. And for all of you, please stay safe and have a lovely week. And I'll see you here next week. Bye. Bye, everyone. Bye-bye.